Okay, hi everyone. Some time ago, I did a live stream where I rafted around the Eastern Kingdoms on my character's fishing raft, and I thought it would be fun to do a part 2 where I raft around the other continent in the original version of World of Warcraft, Kalimdor. So, give me a second to get set up here. I need to make this full screen and check my resolution. I turned the resolution down just a little bit because I've been having some trouble with lag while streaming. So I figured I'd just lower the resolution a little bit to make sure we can keep the frame rate up. And we're off. So in case you didn't notice, I started at Ratchet, and I'm going to go clockwise all the way around Kalimdor to the extent that it's possible. I ran into something unexpected when I did the rafting trip around the Eastern Kingdoms, which are a couple of invisible barriers that you can't get past. So I had to, areas of the game you can't get to. So I had to go inland, fly kind of around the barrier, and then continue going. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to run into here. We'll see if we run into a similar barrier in rafting around Kalimdor, if we can circumnavigate the entire continent. I kind of hope we can circumnavigate the entire continent, but I suspect that maybe we'll run into the same issue occasionally. And it took about 3 hours last time, so this is quite a commitment. Okay. While we're here, I want to go around this Frey Island because I've never really gone around this island. And I suspect, let me just pull up the map here, I suspect that when we get up to the northwestern part of Kalimdor, we're not going to be able to raft to, say, Azure Mist Isle and Blood Mist Isle. I don't think we can raft to Darknassus. I'm not 100% sure about that. But we'll check it out when we get there. If not, then I'll do another little video where I raft around those little islands. But for now, I think we'll just try to stick to the mainland of Kalimdor. But I thought we'd go around this little Frey Island, because I've never really rafted around this island either. Go check out the pirate ships here. And we discovered last time that there are some areas where the navigable waters are. You have to stick really close to the continent. You can't get too far away from the coastline, otherwise you end up in fatigued mode like we are here. So we're gonna have to be a little conscious of how far we are away from the coastline. Like right now, I'm a little worried about it because I need to head right back to the coast here, otherwise I'm going to be fatigued 2 minutes into the video. And part of what took so long is you really have to hug the coastline. If you really could just do a straight loop around the continent, then it wouldn't take too long because you're essentially making a straight line. But if you have to really hug the coastline, you have to turn left and turn right, and actually the amount of linear space that you travel is quite great compared to just doing a simple loop around the continent. Having to turn inland and whatnot. Okay, I think we're okay here, yep. Because I'm looking at the map here, I wonder if I've even gone to some of these islands. Oh, check this out, there's like an invisible boat here. There's a little bug. These orcs are all on an invisible boat. Or they're supposed to be in this boat. I feel like I should report that as a bug, but I'm not going to right now. We're going to try not to pull any enemies if we can possibly avoid it. Once I get in a groove here, I'll turn the interface off for a slightly cleaner view. Yeah, it's funny, I've, spent more time playing this game than I can count, but if I look at the map now, there's all these little islands, like, off the coast I haven't gone to check out, or at least I can't remember going to check them out. Like, what's going on here? Purple murlocs, okay. the right direction here. Oh yeah, we're getting a pretty solid 60 frames per second. I hope the quality's okay. I did not do a test stream at this resolution to see how how it was going to look. So I hope that keeping the frame rate up really high, combined with whatever scaling that OBS does, the software I'm using for streaming, makes for an okay end result. If not, then we'll just have a low resolution version of this. Okay, where are we now? Okay, we're in Dustwallow Marsh. It's kind of a cool screenshot, actually. I think I can probably leave the interface off right here. Make it as dramatic as I can. The lighting here is pretty icky, you have to admit. Looks like a marsh. Like an ugly brown marsh. There's a Warcraft zone for every mood. Except I occasionally have to pull up the map to make sure I'm headed the right direction. Oh, Theramore Isle. Should we go around Theramore Isle? Yeah, let's go around the isle. I guess I could go under the dock, but I'm going to try to go around everything as much as possible. Oh, there's the boat from, is it Wetlands that comes here? I forget. It's been quite a long time since I've taken a boat to Theramore. Okay, I think I can probably just cut across this way. I mean, we can clearly go into this bay, but I don't think I'm going to do that. No need to. Just a little concerned about the fatigue. Looks like we're okay, though. I'm starting to get a little bit of lag here. If I'm getting lag even at low resolution, I'll just turn it back up. I think what was so interesting about doing the rafting around the Eastern Kingdoms that I did last time is there are a great many things I didn't know were there. I really discovered a lot along the way, and I've spent even less time in Kalimdor than I did in the Eastern Kingdoms, so I fully anticipate we'll get some surprises here. Things we didn't really know were in the game, unless we bothered doing what we're doing now. Yeah, you can kind of see on the map here that our navigable waters are down to the right along the coastline here, so we're gonna have to really hug the coast. So I'd love to turn the interface off, but I got to keep it on so I can make sure we're in safe territory. We're not going to get fatigued and die along the way. And every 10 minutes I gotta respawn my raft. There we go, and we're back. Okay, I'm gonna keep checking the map. We're not gonna go inland into Thousand Needles. There's really no point. We want to raft around the continent. We're not going to do the waterways within the continent. But actually, you know, this is already looks quite a bit faster than rafting around Eastern Kingdoms. So as I'm navigating this now, it kind of looks like Kalimdor is smaller than the Eastern Kingdoms. I've made quite a bit of progress already. So even though they take up the same size on the screen when you look at the maps, it's already feeling to me like Kalimdor is a smaller continent. And given all the changes that happened to this zone right here, Thousand Needles, you know, it used to be the raceway back in WoW Classic. Maybe I'll do another version of this in WoW Classic where I can show the differences in some of these zones along the way. Yeah, we're not going to go inland here. We want to... Oh, we can at least turn and get a look at these, what is it called? There's, Fizzle and Pozik's Speed Barge. You can see it from a distance, but we're not going to go check it out. Formerly known as the Raceway. Speedway, Raceway, whatever it was called. Okay, so we'll be at Gadget Zone soon. Tenaris is one of my favorite zones in Kalimdor. Spent a lot of happy time there, way back in the day. Oh, yep, we can see how fatigued we're going to get here, so we got to stick right to the coastline. Oh yeah, we'll be at Gadget Zone in just a few minutes here. I would love nothing more than to be able to raft all the way around the continent with no invisible barriers. In fact, while we're cruising here, we can kind of look at the map. Is there any place where we expect invisible barriers? Well, they've got the two different time periods in Darkshore, so there might be something funky there. I'm curious whether, and Uldum was a zone that was added later, so I wonder if there's a barrier there, or if it's the waters are continuous. We'll find out. I don't think we're going to go all the way inland here to all the way to Gadget Zone. We're gonna kind of skirt around the edge of these islands here. Lost Rigger Cove, is it called? Yep, Lost Rigger Cove. Yeah, so we'll just kind of see how far out we can get, and if we get too far out, we'll come inland. Hello, little goblins, steam wheel survivors. Frame rate's still pretty good. Look at these palm trees growing underwater. So I think the idea here, and I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think the idea here was that the coastline used to come further out, and then after Cataclysm the waterline increased, and that's what flooded the Thousand Needles area, so I think some of this used to be actual coastline in WoW Classic, but don't quote me on it, I'm not 100% sure. But so far we're in okay territory here. It's this little island. Zalashi's Den. Okay. Okay, we're creeping up on the Caverns of Time. So we're making pretty good time here. We've already gone from here to here in only a few minutes, really, so at this rate, it may not take 3 hours, but it might. Part of what took so long in the Eastern Kingdoms is the trek around the Worgen starting area. I think we'll go around the pirate ships here and see if we can make sure we avoid pulling anything. Keep trying to adjust the camera angle to give you guys the best views possible. Look how pretty purple the sky is, too. At some point I need to come over to this area and grind some reputation with, I think it's Booty Bay, and there are a couple of other factions you get by grinding the pirates here. Okay, we're going around the Caverns of Time. I don't really know why I decided to start at Ratchet. I almost decided to start over at, what's it called? Hello. Off the top of my head. Darkshore. But for a lot of folks, way back in the day, Ratchet was your first view of Kalimdor. You'd take the boat over from Booty Bay, which you could do as a fairly low-level character. So I figured I'd start there. It looks like the safe waters here are pretty generous, so we can circumvent some of this. I don't want to get too far from the coast, so you can get some pretty scenery along the way. But I do want to go around these little islands that you'd have no reason to go to unless you did this kind of thing. Curious if it has a name. It's a seagull on it. No name. Okay, so the $64,000 question coming up is, after we get around this little peninsula here, can we continue to sail all the way through the waters around Uldum, or whether we'll have to go inland and get there another way. I think given that you can just kind of continuously go from Teneris to Uldum, that the waters probably work the same way and we're fine, but we'll find out. That music always struck me as being unnecessarily grandiose, considering there's nothing happening here and it's pretty desolate. It's the same music in Booty Bay, I think. But I like this part right here. This really feels like we're on an epic journey. Sailing to and from Troy or something. It's Homeric in scope. Hello, big turtles. So I seriously doubt that I have ever been to this part of the coast. I would have no reason to come here. Yeah, nothing's being revealed on the map, but I don't think I've ever been here. Oop, summon my raft again. But let's check out this little desolate little beach. This is great. If you're gonna have a, if you wanted to escape to a remote beach, this would be the place to go. Got a stone scale eel swarm. I do a decent amount of World of Warcraft fishing, so I'm also going to do some fishing streams. But I've done a lot of the things I want to do with fishing, like catching up Old Crafty in Ogrimmar and Mr. Pinchy in Outland. So maybe I could do those on a different character or something. Oh, check it out. You can see these, whatever they are, these little floating citadel things in Uldum. Kind of see them from a distance here. They're coming into view. So it looks like we're going to be able to go to Uldum. Land's End Beach. Little sand dunes. What are these called? Like some name for these little sand dune geologic formations.
Breakers.
What are they called?
Breakers.
Breakers? These are called breakers?
Yes,
Like this?
break a ship.
They're breakers because they break a ship. Is that true? They're breakers because they break a ship. Okay, I think we are going to have to steer inland a bit into this cove, because looking at the map I can tell that we are going to be in fatigued zone if we don't kind of go into this bay. So this is the kind of thing that took so long in the last video I did around Eastern Kingdoms. I was just forced to hug the coastline, and the coastline bends and twists. So there's a lot more actual coastline than you might think if you just circumnavigated without having to do these twists and turns. But that's... They're breakers because they break waves, and they're breakers because they break ships. Shoals? I feel like I should know this, but I clearly don't. So I can't imagine I've ever been here. Nothing seems to be being revealed, but I just have no memory of ever coming to this part of the coastline. That's why I was so excited to do the Kalimdor video, because I'd been to a lot of places on the Eastern Kingdoms, piecemeal, but I think there are just quite a few places like this in Kalimdor I've just never gone. And we are making pretty good time here, I think. Let's look at the... Oh yeah, we're already almost to the southern part of the continent. Figures the moment we get to Uldum here, I get a little more lag, because this is a slightly newer zone than the zones we've seen so far, so they're a bit more visually intense. Yeah, there's Uldum with its obelisks. It's little floating things. I think there's an, if memory serves, there's a dungeon up there, right? Is that right? Raid or a dungeon or something. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. It's like a little port of entry here to Uldum. There's no ship that comes here, but it looks like you'd like step off a boat and welcome to... Oh! Uh-oh. I've got the assault on the Black Empire going on here. And N'Zotha's forces are around. Oh no! I might have to be careful here. I don't want to pull this thing. Well, this is a little more dramatic than I thought we might get. Actually, I'm going to get a screenshot of this. Let's increase the resolution a bit here. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Let's go back to lower resolution. Holy lag. I had it at 1440 by 900, so pretty low resolution here. Okay. Oh, I did discover something here. The Cursed Landing. I've never been here. In all the... Let's see, how many years? 17 years I've been playing this character. I have never been here, apparently. Because I haven't done it on this character, I definitely haven't done it on my alt characters. This is my main character. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Do not want to pull these things. I think we're okay. Wow, this is so dramatic. I kind of forgot that we would actually be thrown in the current timeline in Uldum, not in the past, which is calmer and doesn't have all this stuff that they added. I think it was in Battle for Azeroth, this N'Zoth quest line and daily quests, things like that. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. Those ruins or those cliffs? Can't really tell. I guess they're just cliffs. A lot of little walkways up there, though. Well, we got our answer. We could sail straight through to Uldum. Have we reached the southernmost tip yet? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Getting there. And I don't think I've ever been to the northernmost coast of Kalimdor at all. I'm gonna look at the map real quick, but like up here, the coast around Winterspring, I've never been there. Would have no reason to. So I hope we can even get over there. But so far, so good. Oh, check this out. That's pretty. Palm trees against the purple storm clouds and deep, deep, deep blue sky. So shallow, I don't want to run aground here. But I think we're okay. Oh, is it an island out there? Nope, I guess not. Oh, it's the Vortex Pinnacle. Yeah, we're not going to go all the way out there, but that's what I was seeing on the map here, in the mini-map. Check it out, it's like a little sailing ship here. I want to get inland a little bit. Oh, look how pretty that is, that reddish color sky on the water. Ooh, got some enemies down here, though. What do we got? Oozing Putrefaction. I'm a little worried I might have to fight these guys. Yeah, I have never seen this before. It's kind of a cool little boat. I wonder what faction that is on the sail there. I don't recognize it by the icon. Let's get a good look at it. You know, part of the reason I wanted to do this rafting around Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor videos, just to kind of it's kind of as a love letter to the geography and all the design of the different zones. You know, there's so many interesting things along the game, along the coastline that you know, unless you purposely go and seek out, you'd never ever see. Like with this little underwater area here, look how pretty this is. Some level designer at Blizzard had to design all these things, and just think how few players actually take the time to go check this stuff out. I am Definitely worried about the navigable waters here, though. Looks like we're okay, but... Oop. Lost our raft. There we go. Oh yeah, there's the... What is it? Throne of the Four Winds. There's a raid there. Yep. There's a harbor over here, too. Ahn'Qiraj Harbor. Okay. Bluff of the South Wind. Oh yeah, I've never been here either. Discovered this area. Bluff of the South Wind. Which it's really high, so I guess they're talking about way up there is the... Can't really see it from the raft, but way up there is the bluff. I really like the colors here. Deep blue. Kind of a happy lavender, purple... deep purple color, and this little reddish accent. So pretty. Okay, we seem to be okay here. And have we actually passed the southernmost point in the continent? I think we have. Yep, we have hit the southernmost tip of Kalimdor, and we are headed back north from here. So far this is quite a bit smaller than the journey around the Eastern Kingdoms, but we'll see where we end up. Kind of peek at what's down in the water here. Looks like you can go pretty far out there and explore. I wonder if there's anything out there. I'm not going to check it out right now, but noted for future reference. More of these, what do we got down there? Oozing putrefaction. Charming. Are these little docks or barges or something? Oh no, they're like tops of some sort of pillars. I love this kind of thing because it shows like there used to be something here, but it's now kind of decayed and not there anymore. And you know, ruins in real life are like that. It's good fuel for the imagination. So things shouldn't be too perfect in a game. There should be some room for speculation about what used to be there or what it might have been like. Oh yeah, look. Again, I kind of wonder if some of this being underwater happened as a result of Cataclysm. I'm not really sure. Sounds plausible. Tentacle Tormentor. Okay. Oh, we discovered the ruins of Ammon. Interestingly enough, you know, I'm in Idaho Falls now, and Ammon, Idaho is a place, so we're in the ruins of Ammon. On Cotton Harbor, never been here either. I don't want to get too close here, but let's check it out. Oh yeah. I wonder what reason there is in the game to come here. Maybe there is none. Maybe it's just a place to explore. You know, it's so easy to focus just on the in-game content and things like the quests, and you know, part of the magic of World of Warcraft early on was the fact that you could explore. So, it doesn't have to be anything to do. You can just run around and check out the cool scenery. That's what we're doing today. A little, oh yeah, a little pirate flag there. Check it out. Right where my cursor is. Pirates have a little base there, okay. We're almost done with Uldum. What do we got down there? N'Zoth Bone Stripper. I like the music here. Really mysterious. Okay, we're holding strong at about 30 frames per second here, so that's okay. Oh yeah, look what's happening here though. We're gonna have to stick right to the coastline. Oh yeah, look. It's possible, but you really got to stick right to the coastline. Ahn'Qiraj. So we're on the backside of Ahn'Qiraj now? We are, okay. Definitely have never been here. I mean, I've been to Ahn'Qiraj, but I've never been to the backside of Ahn'Qiraj here. Check out this cool tree. Is there like a cave here? There is. We might have to pop into this cave. I don't really want to spend too much time doing non-rafting things, but if there's something like totally obvious to check out... Okay, we gotta check this out. Is there anything in here? Like a back door to Ahn'Qiraj or something? Oh, it's huge, look. This might be like a back way into Ahn'Qiraj or something. What is this? Is there anything in here at all? I don't see any enemies. I don't see anything. Okay, we're gonna have to come back here and check this out. We're not gonna explore it now, but... I had no idea this cave was here. If you're just tuning in, I'm supposed to be rafting, but we're on the backside of Ahn'Qiraj, way down here, and there's this cave that seems to go under Ahn'Qiraj, and I'm wondering if it's like a back way into Ahn'Qiraj. But we'll come back and check that out. Well, at least we discovered something new. New for me, anyway. Maybe everyone's like, oh, yeah, we knew that was here already. Dummy. A little valley. I don't anticipate there'll be much over here, but we did discover a cave. I'm sure someone at Blizzard is like, hey, check it out. Some dude's rafting around Kalimdor. What's he doing over there? Is he a bot? Why would anyone be over here? Because we can. Because it's there. So, Ahn'Qiraj is pretty huge if you look at it. Doesn't seem that big when you're on the other side of it, but... I was trying to think of what my favorite zones in Kalimdor are. I like Tanaris. I like Ungoro Crater. The Night Elf areas are nice. I've spent a lot of time in those early on in the game when I first started playing years and years ago. What else do I like here? Yeah, those are probably my favorites. But I have to say, rafting around the continent like this gives me a huge new appreciation for the scope of the world and the level of design that went into making it. So everything here, every texture, every little curve of the rocks had to be built by someone, and you take it for granted, but a lot of work goes into those things. You know, people that aren't builders and makers and designers don't really always appreciate that. Oh, check this out. Whoa! I've never seen that before. In fact, I need to get a slightly better view of this. That's so cool. No, I've never seen that. Okay. We're fatigued. Gotta get right up to the coast here. Looks like maybe there's an island out there off to the front of us to the left, or well, maybe it's just land up ahead. Looks like the coastline curves a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to, unfortunately, this is the kind of thing that increases the length of the trip. Although it's short enough I could probably make it, but that's right, let's go check, see what we haven't seen before. I think we can probably cut some of this off here. Oh yeah, no problem, we're gonna make it. Actually, I guess that big thing we saw might be the thing that's in Silithus, maybe? That real tall... I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be. That tall thing in the middle of Silithus. Okay, how far along are we here? Okay, so we're not quite halfway there, but... Again, I think this is going quite a bit faster than rafting around Eastern Kingdoms, so even though Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms show up looking the same size on the screen, it's looking like Kalimdor is actually not as big of a continent. Okay, almost done with Ahn'Qiraj here. I think the moment I'm done with this stream, I'm going to come back and check out that little cave. Before I forget. Okay, Silithus. Yeah, as predicted that. Yeah, I think that big thing we were looking at was the tall thing in the middle of Silithus. So I've seen it before, just not from the ocean here. Just didn't recognize it. I thought it was something maybe in Ahn'Qiraj. But nope, it's the thing in Silithus. I was actually really wondering if we could even get to the coast off the Silithus zone. I'm actually kind of cautiously optimistic we can raft the whole thing with no barriers if we've made it this far. Because Silithus, they have two different time periods, and then Uldum was a newer zone, and so far, no problem. I wish they would go back and it'll remove that invisible barrier on Eastern Kingdoms and make that continuous. The problem there was that there were 2 Burning Crusade zones that were added in the north of Eastern Kingdoms, and you have to go through that little portal. I forget which zone it's in, but to get to those new zones, and you can't raft there. I don't think there's anything like that in Kalimdor, so maybe we're okay. Is this the edge of Ngoro Crater? It looks like the trees in Ngoro Crater. Nope, no, Ngoro Crater's way over here, so that must be the edge of Feralas. Yeah. So we're making short order of this. For almost a Feralas already. And I want to see if I can raft to the ruins of Feathermoon here and go around that island. I think you can probably raft it. If not, I'll turn back, but... I'm almost certain I can't raft to, like, Blood Mist Isle and Azure Mist Isle. Yep. Where are we? The Forgotten Coast. That's where we are. Okay. Yes, it's very easy to forget that this is here. I also liked Desolace. I spend a lot of happy time in Desolace. I don't know if you're... I'm kind of dating myself here, but when Desolace was new, you had to pick a faction of centaurs. There were 2 different factions, and I think you don't have to do that anymore, but it's like the Gelkin clan and something else clan. I remember thinking that was really interesting 17 years ago. Here, let's go around this little rock just because. There we go. Okay, so that looks like that island. The ruins of Feathermoon, I think, is what we're looking at up there, head to the left. So I'm kind of optimistic we could make it over there, but I suspect that I might have to take this little narrow, do it at the narrowest point, otherwise I'm not going to be able to raft it. Notice we haven't seen a single other player yet, and that's something that I noticed in the Eastern Kingdoms video I did too, rafting around the Eastern Kingdoms. That I think out of that whole journey, I probably encountered like 2 other players. Uh-oh. Shore Strider Giant. Let's just go around him. I don't particularly want to fight my way around Kalimdor. I don't think I can make it to that island, though. I gotta... Doesn't always hold true, but you can kind of tell where you can safely raft by this lighter color water on the mini-map. If you go out into this darker color water, you're going to get fatigued, so... Way out here should be okay. Doesn't always hold. There are some exceptions I've noticed. Okay, so we are off the coast of Feralas. So this is really familiar. I've spent time here because the quest lines in Feralas kind of send you to the coastline. The areas for me that are genuinely novel are the areas that where the quests don't really send you to the coast, like around Ahn'Qiraj there. So some of this is going to be kind of old hat and familiar, but in a happy way. This little tiny island here. Almost more like a rock. Hesitate even to call it an island. Yeah, while we're here, we're gonna do a lap around this island. I think we can get right over there. Oop, hello. Summon my raft again. by Feathermoon Stronghold, so I've spent lots of time here. And we think we're about halfway through the journey. Not quite halfway. Okay, so I think we can probably head right over now to this island. Looks like it based on the color of the water. Oh yeah, I think we're okay. Oh yeah. No problemo. I do not think that will hold true when we get up to Azure Mist Isle. Although it looks like maybe we can raft to Teldrassil, I'm not sure. I've definitely never tried to raft around Teldrassil. But again, if I can't get there directly, then I'll just make a separate video out of those. Sardor Isle. Is that what this is called? I never really knew that. I mean, I've been here, but I never really noticed it had a name, and it never stuck. Okay, so we'll try to avoid these Naga. Do not feel like getting knocked off my raft by a Naga. I love the pose I get when I'm rafting, too. It's just so adventurous. Like, it's confident. We're confidently rafting. So this destruction here, did this happen because of Cataclysm too? I'm not really sure. That's the kind of thing I really want to document. I want to do a little compare and contrast video and find all these little areas that were affected by Cataclysm. Wow, look how green that sky is up ahead, those clouds. With the purple above it. It's pretty. It's like one of my favorite color schemes is green and purple together. We have here Coast Crawl Snapclaw. Now I keep looking at the map. I just want to make sure I'm not getting, too far off my intended course here. I guess I could, in theory, speed this up. I discovered some time ago, I didn't really know this, but if I hit spacebar several times while I'm on the raft, it'll kind of speed you up. But I don't want to go too fast. I want to take our time and enjoy the ride here, so we're not going to do that. Sort of a tree or a piece of driftwood there. Oh, we got another of those Coast Crawl Deep Seer. Okay. I think we can probably just continue our journey straight ahead from here. So we're not going to loop backwards, but I might turn inland just to complete the 90% of the trek around the island. Just for completion's sake. Ruins of Feathermoon. Okay, let's continue our journey. So if memory serves, yep, Desolace is up ahead. There shouldn't be too much new there for me. I've spent some time along the Desolace coast. But the area where I'm really interested in is this area up here, like around Moonglade and Winterspring. I've never been to the coastline up there. I'm confident I've never been there at all. Oh, got some enemies here to avoid. We're gonna try. Ooh, we're gonna try to avoid pulling things. No, I do not want to install a Java update. Yeah, let's avoid these guys. Music here is so pretty with the strings and the harp. Sometimes I think the music just perfectly captures the mood of a zone, maybe even sets the mood of a zone. Like here, just kind of go. It's lush, it's green, it's mellow. And we're on a little rafting journey, and yeah, the music's perfect. I think we're almost to Desolace. Yep. You can kind of see the change in the color of the rocks here. Nothing out to our west. It looks like we can go pretty far out here, though. Oh yeah, look at how much this these underwater cliffs drop off. Oh, and now look, our safe area is gonna collapse here, so we're gonna have to go right up against the coast again, at least for a minute. Yeah, so I think we got to. Yep, we're gonna have to just stick right to the coastline here. Tall cliffs. I mean, even though I've been along the Desolace coast, I don't think I've ever been literally right here. I would have no reason to. Ah, there we go. Sartharis Strand. Here, we can follow this a little bit. I think we are going to try to go around these little islands here, though, like Ranasjar Island and whatever this is. Valley of Spears, okay. It's like a horde area here. It's a horde flag. What do we got? Oh yeah, I've been here before for sure. Can't tell if there are any enemies here. Oh, is that a fish? Oh yeah. Oh, we're in a PvP area. We definitely do not want to get too close here. Keep our distance. Although, who do we have? We've got Thalon, Windrider Master. Oh, yeah, we are where we should not be. Oops. But we are not going to pull these things. You know, I haven't spent much time playing Horde characters. I've got a Goblin that I've been leveling up, and I have a Troll that I used to play. I did dabble around with the Blood Elf a little bit, but I haven't really checked out these little Horde villages in some of these different zones. So let's make that a subject of another video. Check out the drums. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to take every little cove here, but I do want to kind of check and see if there's anything to see, so I don't want to miss anything either while we're doing this. Okay, so we're about halfway done, maybe more than halfway done. We'll go around the island here. It's kind of a cool shot, isn't it? Let's get a screenshot while we're doing this. Oops. Slitherblade Shore. Oh yes, the island of Naga. Which I've been on the island many times, but I don't think I've ever been around it. We've got that other little island up ahead, I think. Looks like maybe... Can we get there straight away? No, we're gonna have to do some zigzagging here, I think. Got this tiny little... I guess it's an island. It's a tiny little island. Oh, a Naga there. I don't want to pull those. Yeah, we're just going to go this way. But it looks like there was some sort of ancient temple on this island. And another one up here. Oh, look at the map here. Are we okay? Yep, we're okay. I'm not sure what those sounds were. It sounded like something was attacking me, but I didn't see anything. Ooh, check out the Naga out there. We're going to have to be careful. The Naga extend pretty far out here, so... Worst case, I'll stop and kill some Naga, but I think we can probably go around them. Iron deposit there. Okay. Oh, you can see some of the damage from Cataclysm here. I forget when Cataclysm came out, but that fire's been burning for 10 years-ish. what you got? We got a hammerhead shark here. Sartharis hammerhead. Okay, I think I can probably make it back to the coast without having to turn inland here, but it's going to be close. Yeah, see, we're fatigued here, so I'm going to head straight to the shore. Oh, we're in Stonetalon Mountains already. Wow. I didn't realize we left Desolace so quickly. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. Stonetalon Mountains. Oh yeah, things are definitely on fire here. Look how hazy the sky just got. Oh, and the water's bubbly from the lava. Look at this. I've never seen that before. That's cool. Okay, Stonetalon Mountains. I'm just kind of checking our route here. We're going to go around this little peninsula, then we're going to be on the coast of Ashenvale. I spent lots of time on the coast of Darkshore, so this is all going to be really familiar until we get up to Moonglade and Winterspring, which is going to be complete new territory for me. I think my next video is going to be rafting around... Next rafting video is going to be rafting around Northrend. Again, a lot of which is going to be brand new to me. Even though I've spent time on the continent, I've never tried to hug the coastline and see what we discover. We did discover one cave I didn't know anything about in this video, so we're going to go back and check that out too at some point. Well, so far so good. We're well over halfway around and we haven't hit any invisible barriers, so it's looking like we can work our way around this whole continent. Knock on wood. And nature sounds birds. Sound like a frog, maybe? I'm not sure what that was. Oop. Respawn the raft here. much to see here, I have to admit. Some of the coastline is interesting, and you can tell some of it was just never really meant to be a... It's playable, but there's never anything to do here, so that's part of what's interesting. Is, you know, most people have no reason to come here. Stick right to the coast. What's this off to our left? Is that... Oh, that's actually Azshara Isle. You can see it from here. I don't think we can get there directly, but... There's that giant cyclone that's in Ashenvale. Or is it Ashenvale, or is it Darkshore? Okay, we're on the Zoram Strand. Yeah, I think this is going to take just a little bit here because we have to hug the coastline and we got to go in this little bay. Ran aground there. Looks like maybe we could cut across, but I'm gonna stick somewhat close to the land here so we can check everything out. See all the things we haven't seen before. Got a ship on fire. 2 ships on fire. All these cool ruins. What I don't really know is if these are Night Elf ruins or if these are Naga ruins. The Naga definitely inhabit them now, but I suspect they're probably Night Elf ruins. Oh, there's this little island here. Let's go around the little island. Ruzel's Island. Wonder who Ruzel is. It's like probably some Blizzard game dev or something. Named the island after himself. An island called Ruzel's Island, and I was wondering, you know, who Ruzel is. Is it a character? Is it a, you know, named after a Blizzard developer or something? Oh. Oh, I got pulled off my raft. First time I got hit by a Naga here. Okay. Let's raft up and keep going. Okay, so Judgment Call time. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make it to Azure Mist Isle. It's not looking promising, so I think we'll have to do that in another video. Oh, there's a character named Ruzel, because Ruzel yelled something. Assemble the schools. We will wash away even the memories of the Alliance and the Horde from Ashenvale. Wiping away the memories of the Alliance and the Horde. Okay. Ruzel's not friends with anyone. Definitely see some cataclysm damage here. I'm a little worried about pulling these fish. I think we're okay. Fiend fish or whatever they're called. Yeah, fiendish fish.
Last version of the... Shoot, what are those ones? Piranhas.
Yeah. Based in, well, maybe piranhas aren't piranhas freshwater fish? Is that true? I have no idea.
Yes. Well, no, actually, I think they can be saltwater.
I'm not really sure about that. Yeah.
Not 100%
Okay, my struggling MacBook Pro does not appreciate this cyclone. If we have to stop and fight the fiendish fish, we will, but I think I'm swimming right over them. I'm worried about pulling them. What is that up ahead? Are we seeing, oh, we're seeing the world tree up there, Teldrassil. That's what we're seeing. Huh. I think we might be able to at least raft to Darnassus or Teldrassil and go and raft around it. We're gonna check that out. See if that's possible or not. I think it is. Whether we can do it without getting fatigued along the way or not. I know I've flown it before, so You can at least do it in if you're flying fast enough. We might, but the raft can go faster too. If you hit space, the raft will go faster and faster and faster. So I think we might be able to make it. We'll check it out. Poor Darkshore. This used to be such a pretty area, and Cataclysm, they just thrashed it. What is this? Someone's yelling. Aetherion is yelling, "What is this? Yalda! Ah ha 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 ha! There is nothing that you or these other spirits can do to stop me. We shall see. Let us weaken him, my friends." Okay, that's charming. Can't believe we're already all the way over to Darkshore. We're about 2/3 done here, I would say. I'm going to find the narrowest little strip between Darkshore and Teldrassil and see if we can make that. It's looking good. Actually, from the color of the water, I think we can probably make it. Let's see here. Alright, let's try to make it. I'm gonna try to raft as fast as I can here and see if we can make it there. So far we're not fatigued, so we're fine. But you can see we're speeding up. Bit of a gamble here. If I die, we'll have to figure out what to do. But I'm cautiously optimistic we're going to make it just in time. Okay. About halfway to being dead. Oh, it's gonna be close. I think we made it. Yeah. Ah, we made it. Okay, where are we now? We are right by Rutheran Village, and we're now going to investigate whether it's possible to raft around Teldrassil while we're at it. Which could be a video all of its own, but we're gonna do this at the same time. I've never heard of anyone trying to raft around Teldrassil, so I feel like we're doing something genuinely novel here. Oh look, another player finally. Smoky Stoner. That's the character's name. Subtle. Well, Teldrassil's pretty big, so this might take a few minutes to... a little bit of time to go around Teldrassil. I wonder if we'll discover anything interesting along the way. I was a little worried about maybe having to stick to hugging these roots so carefully we'd have to weave in and out of them, but I think we're in safe territory, so we can just kind of skirt around them. Look at all this. Never been here. Resummon the raft. I've traveled back through time to Darkshore before the shores erupted in battle. Speak with Zadormi again to return to the present. Check out this tree growing out of the roots. As with all these areas, these places I haven't been, I'm hoping that there's some sort of an Easter egg, like, you know, something cool they'll leave there just for someone who's adventurous enough to go scope it out. But the only really unexpected thing we've seen so far is that cave on the backside of Ahn'Qiraj that we're going to have to go back and check out. That is one big root. This isn't land, this is all roots of a giant tree, remember, so... Let's see where we're at here. Okay, we're... well below Darnassus, but creeping up on where Darnassus is. In there? Nope. Or should we go under this root? Why not? I don't anticipate there being a whole bunch to see. You can kind of look here, right? Just going to go around the base of this giant tree, but... especially since part of it contains the Night Elf starting area. I guess it actually never really registered that I could come this direction. I always go straight from Ruthven Village to Darnassus, and never bother to come this way, so... I guess I just previously assumed that one couldn't do this. Okay, so we're on the west side of Teldrassil. Like, I'm hoping for something like a secret, you know, night elf settlement, you know, counterculture, night elf hippies that wanted to get away from the city. No luck, just roots. But someone took the time to plant these trees here. A designer, I mean. Kind of curious how deep the water is here. Can't really see down below. About as west as we're going to get here. The sky is changing. I don't think it's because of the late hour. It's only 3:22 in the game, so I don't think this is a sunset yet. I think the lighting here is just different on purpose. Anything to see here? Nope. Just tree. Wow, that's such a pretty color. Look at that. Oops, I think we're not supposed to be this far away from the coast, though. That's all right. I saw something moving down there. I guess not. Oh, it was just the coastline I saw. It's pretty steep. Something was shaking. Tree quake? I don't know, I'm longing for something unexpected. Like, I want a giant sea monster out here, or some little hidden settlement, something. I can't imagine they would have built this giant tree with all this coastline that no one would ever go explore and not put some little thing to be discovered. It's not a coastline, it's a tree line. I don't know, there's a settlement at the top of the tree. That's where Darnassus is. Some of this looks like you could run up, but I think it's really steep, so I don't know if there's any hidden way to like run all the way up the tree or something. I doubt it, but oh, that's some retro Warcraft music right there. Kind of look back and see how grandiose this tree is. Check that out. Okay. Where are we here? We are almost to the north side of Teldrassil. I keep moving the camera around, but I want to kind of check out the scenery while I'm here. See what there is to see. This little cove that we could go into, but there's nothing there, so not going to bother. Well, I kind of had the answer to one of my questions. I wasn't sure how close we'd have to hug the coastline, but it looks like we can, generally we can kind of skirt around having to go in the little coves between the different shoots of tree root. That's such a pretty sky, though. Out of curiosity, I'm going to try to fish here. I'm just curious what we're going to catch. I've never fished in these waters. Give it one cast and see what we get. Raw longjaw mud snapper. Nothing interesting there. Standard Kalimdor fare. We're in the very northern end of Teldrassil now. Check out the roots over here, though. There's this giant little inlet. He's gonna peek in there and see if there's anything to see. Nothing to see. Nope. Let's keep on keeping on. So we're pretty close to the, yeah, so we're close to the Night Elf starting area now. We're north of it. And below it, of course. I guess I just assumed you couldn't come here. This Night Elf music?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I've almost taken it for granted, you know, heard it so much, I barely pay attention to it anymore, but I remember my first time in the Night Elf area, I was like, wow, that's so ethereal. There's a lot of intense music and intense sounds in the game, like that battle we were fighting in the Lost Isles yesterday with the just constant sound of exactly, and This is mellower. I like the mellow parts of the game, personally. I'm at least peeking into these coves to see if, make sure there's nothing I'm missing, but it's looking like there is absolutely nothing to see around Teldrassil, other than the scenery itself. Okay, we're in the northeastern part of Teldrassil. So we're kind of in between Shadowglen and Starbreeze Village, but off to the east and down below. In fact, my Night Elf character, Cougar Hunter, is this. I think it's the second character I started in the game, and I remember vividly starting out in the Night Elf starting area and thinking just how ethereal and magical it was. I'm gonna go under these roots. I can go under just because. What is that up ahead? What am I seeing? Is that the continent? Oh yeah, must just be the continent up ahead. Okay. Well, we're gonna go back to our... I figure we'll go all the way back around to Ruthven Village and then go back to the continent and continue our journey around Kalimdor, which is, we're easily 2/3 done, easily. Well, it looks like maybe there's something up here. At least a little grove of trees. Kind of turn in here and see if there's any, maybe there's a entrance up to the area above that I didn't know about. Oh yeah, look at this little grove. So pretty. Well, since this is the only interesting thing we've encountered along the way, I'm at least going to get off the raft here for a second and go up this little grove and see if there's anything up here. But I suspect it's just trees. I have never, ever, ever been here. Just trees, nothing to see. Whole lot of nothing. Check out the light filtering through the tree up above on the side of the roots there. Okay, back in the water. Well, there's a hidden little grove. If you're looking for a place to have a romantic picnic in-game, there you go. The eastern side of Teldrassil is the place to be. I can kind of picture the conversations that game designers would have, like, hey, let's put this little grove of trees off to the east. Maybe someone will find it one day. 17 years later, I found it. There's another little grove here. Same thing, I'm going to go check it out just in case there's something cool here, but... I think it's just trees. Pretty secluded, though. Is that a character? Oh, there's a character here. Look, and then non-playing character. Ilariel. Does she do anything? She's like... I don't know what she's doing. Her sword is in the ground. And she's kneeling next to some assassin's grade blinding powder. Okay, I wonder if there's a quest that sends you over here. I have no idea. Is there anything else up here? Oh, there is, look. Is this her little settlement?
Looks
Check out this little wind chime. That's the brilliant thing about this game. There's all these little things that, you know, there's some backstory to, but they don't tell you the backstory, and you just kind of have to use your imagination. But I'm a little confused about the Assassin's Grade flash powder and the blinding powder. Okay, we're gonna look you up, Ilariel. I'm honored too, Ilariel. I wonder if you just parked yourself there and waited how long it would take for another player to come along. Quite a long time, I'll bet. Okay, there's that whirlwind thing, cyclone. Anything over here? No. I see more another little grove of trees up here to the right. While we're here, we're going to check it out. Oh, yeah. See any characters? I don't see any yet. While we're here, we're going to jump up on the land. I don't want to waste a ton of time doing this, but if there's anything to discover while we're here, I want to check it out. Nope. Nothing here. But if, like Ilariel, if you were an assassin looking for a place to hide, a place to hang, this would do the trick. Back to Ruthven Village. I was thinking I might want to do a similar video in WoW Classic to see what's changed, but then it occurred to me there is no raft in WoW Classic. I think they introduced that in Mists of Pandaria. Swimming around would take significantly longer, so that may not happen. Looks like Ruthven Village up ahead, doesn't it? Yeah. Is there anything tucked back in there? Nope. Just make a beeline for Ruthven Village and head back to Kalimdor. I have to say, I'm almost more thrilled about discovering that I could raft around Teldrassil than about Kalimdor itself. I think from here we can probably just head right back to Kalimdor. So yeah, we're gonna continue our journey here. We're gonna up-tempo our rafting trip. See if I can avoid dying. Pretty close to the same spot, so I think it'll be okay. But I'm continuing to hit spacebar and make this raft go as fast as I can make it go. Close. It's going to be close. Oh, we made it. Okay. And let's take a left turn and continue our journey. So I'm quite certain I've never been to the coast of Moonglade or Winterspring ever, so I'm curious what we'll discover when we get that far. Let's avoid these vile sprays. So much danger lurks beneath the waters of Darkshore. Gnome named Gary here, okay. Hi, Gary. And a foolhardy adventurer decoy bot. I'm sure I encountered that at one point in the past, but don't remember it. Hmm?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Oop. I think there's even bits of the coast in Darkshore here that I haven't explored, so like this very northernmost part of it. I don't remember this little dock, for example. What is that on the dock? Oh, maybe it's nothing. It looked like an enemy, but nope. Oh, it's like a. Oh yeah, this is horde. This is a horde area. Huh. That's cool. Check that out. Even some of these areas I've been to before, I just like seeing it from a different angle. Like, oh, I've seen those buildings. I've been there before, but I've never checked it out from the coast before. These trees with the white ghostly bark. Almost,
be allergic to them.
almost glowing. They're almost glowing with, like, you know, some sort of night elf magical glow. Okay, where are we here? I'm almost to Moonglade, and I have no idea what to expect off the coast of Moonglade. But the Lunar Festival is going on right now, so maybe we'll see some stragglers from the Lunar Festival along the way. That would not surprise me. Or we won't be able to go there. it's possible we'll encounter another invisible barrier, like we did in the Eastern Kingdoms rafting video. But so far, so good. A couple of the places I was worried about encountering a barrier and not being able to go, we were able to navigate, so. Is this snow? What is that? Or it's just like a light colored sand? Really hug this coastline. Not, you have like 8 feet of wiggle room here. Okay, we're in Moonglade, technically. And the Lunar Festival's right over there to our right, somewhere. Curious if there's a path up there at all, but I don't think so.
We're in that coast a little bit.
You've been on this coast?
A little bit. Yeah.
Oops, something just happened. What happened? Time traveled. I traveled back through time to Darkshore before the shores erupted in battle. Speak with Stormy again to return to the present. Okay. I don't know why that's relevant to Moonglade, but okay. I have to say this looks nothing like Moonglade, the rest of Moonglade, so it's kind of hoping it would look a little more like magical like Moonglade does, but nope, it's just plain old coastline. You can tell they didn't put a ton of thought into this. Nice rock formations, though. I was watching a video on how they use this internal program called WoW Edit to edit the land, and they can just kind of edit the contours of the land and raise it and lower it and make little rock faces and then add textures and stuff. So I can picture someone just kind of like, oh, just add some rocks here, raise, lower, raise, lower. Okay, we're almost done with Moonglade. We're off to the coast of Winterspring. Almost. I have to say I'm a little disappointed for never having been to the coast of Moonglade. There is nothing to see. And it's not even interesting. But at least we could make it here. Okay, we are in Winterspring now. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've discovered this area, so I've clearly never been here. Discovered the Great Sea. Lighting is changing. It's definitely getting... Oh, well, it got gloomy for a second, but now it went immediately back to normal. This doesn't feel like Winterspring should feel, does it? I was kind of hoping it would be a little more Arctic. But I guess you have to go to Northrend for that. Which that's the next rafting video I'm gonna do, rafting around Northrend. I'm given to understand that there's a little island off the north coast of Northrend that I've never been to. Looking at the map, there's any features off the land here? Nope. Okay. But we are at the northernmost tip of Kalimdor. Not as far north as we were going around Teldrassil, but this is the northernmost tip right here of Kalimdor. Nothing up there? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, you can see the mountains up there. It's wintry up there. Okay. So, was it Winterspring? Winterspring? Yes, Winterspring is alpine in nature. But down here on the coast, a little more temperate. Ah, here we go. There's some snow along the coast. At least up the hills a little bit. Keep hoping I'll find something interesting, like a little settlement or a building, or... We did find that one interesting non-playing character on the east side of Teldrassil, and that was unexpected. We're gonna look her up when we're done here, see if there's any backstory on that character. There's the snow, okay. To start heading south again on the east side of Kalimdor, heading down the side of Winterspring, and I don't think there's a way to get to, you know, what we normally think of as Winterspring to the coast, so you'd really have to either fly here or raft here. So far I see nothing that would give anyone any reason to come here. Oops. Respawn the raft. So what are we close to here? We are close to... We're east of the Hidden Grove in Winterspring. Every time I pass by one of these little geographical features or geological features, I keep looking eastward to see if there's a reason to go check it out. But so far, nothing doing. Actually, it looks like there's a couple little... Are those islands? What are they? Let's zoom out a little bit here. Oh, you know what? It's probably just the coast of Azshara here. We'll check it out when we get up there. These little islands right here. I think those are probably part of Azshara. Not sure. I get an appreciation for how high up Winterspring is, though. You don't really realize it when you're there. I mean, you recognize it because there's snow everywhere and you're in the mountains, but from down here you can really see how alpine it is. So one of these areas we really have to stick to the coastline. It's back in here. Nothing. Good place to fish, though, maybe. At very least, we discovered some good isolated fishing spots. Our trek around Azshara might take a minute here. I'm curious how much we'll have to hug the coastline and go into this bay, or whether we'll be able to kind of just circumnavigate around it. Looks like the water is generous enough here where we could go around it, but I want to go inland a little bit here just so we can see some of the scenery while we're here. Check out that giant waterfall. It's huge. Straight up ahead. Is that coming from Winterspring or Hyjal? It's like maybe from Hyjal. Azshara, the jagged reef. Is there a reef down below? Okay. Ooh, something's down there. What is that? Shore crab. we're gonna turn to the left and start our trek around Azshara. I don't think we need to go all the way into the harbor here. But we might. I'm not sure if I can cross this little looks like the mouth of this bay. Might be able to. We shall see. Such an interesting color palette here. Let me get a screenshot of this. Yeah, that'll work. Resolution back down, get rid of this lag. Okay. So I gotta kind of pick a route here. Let's go under this. It's gonna go around this little island, but I think there's nothing over there, and there's more interesting stuff to see over here. Azshara has these cool little, like, it almost looks like a roller coaster, but they're like these wooden walkways that are supported on these stilts. Is that an enemy? What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Something magical is happening here. That's mysterious. Okay. Magic in those waters. Arcane Pinnacle. It's so pretty too. I know I'm obsessively taking screenshots, but I get a kick out of it, so. Part of what's going to take a little time here is we've got to go back north around this little peninsula. Oh, really hooks around here. So yep, we got to go all the way around this. There was so much of this on the Eastern Kingdoms, that's what took so long last time, but there's only a little bit here. Heard some noise, what was that? Oh, it's fish jumping. Passed by an oily blackmouth school. Firefin Snapper School. Okay, I think we're going to try to go all the way around here, although we could go between these little islands, but I think we're going to go all the way around the outside. I want to go around the outside of these islands. No shortcuts. Check out that music, though. Making it sound exotic. Yeah, so right here, it looks like there's a shortcut between these two islands, but we're gonna go around. What do we got there? Just another shore crab. Always on the lookout for new pets to tame that I haven't seen. That is a very orange sunset. The leaning tower of something here. Tower of Eldara. The Leaning Tower of Eldara. That's a cool shot too. Oop. Check it out. It's the Leaning Tower of Eldara. Okay. Again, I think it doesn't really show it on the map so much, but it looks like we're gonna have to go all the way around. Yeah, because we have some sandbars here, so we're gonna get stuck if we don't go all the way around this. Something down there. Oh, another shore crab. Some trainable pets out here, it looks like. Capturable, I mean. Okay, we're at the like easternmost point of where you can get to in Kalimdor now. I feel like there should be a lighthouse or something. Ooh, what's that? Duke Hydraxus. He's a good guy, apparently. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen this guy. He's got some actual enemies here, though. Vile Splash, but this guy is on our side. Duke Hydraxus.
Okay, I ran out there.
All the way out here?
Mm-hmm. So, when I was continuing on my quests and stuff, I feel like.
So we're not going to go into Bilgewater Harbor here. We're going to go see if we can cross this little opening to this bay. Looks like we're in good shape. The Scalding Waterlord yells, summoned by a fumbling goblin? Unbelievable. Desperate or stupid, this will be your final mistake. Noted. I guess we could have sailed all the way around Bilgewater Harbor, but Really like the music. What do we got here? Macrini Razorclaw. Okay. Is he an elite? No. We got there some sort of turtle. Coral shell lurker. Horrendous ancient yells, keep your machines away from me, blood elf. You'll be cleansed from this land like the weeds you are. So the elementals do not appreciate the non-elementals taking over their land. From what I gather. Bay of Storms. Should we... Yeah, let's go kind of between these two little masses here just for fun, see what we see. I don't recall ever being sent out to these little sandbar things, so in Azshara. Because I never made it to Azshara when I was playing in vanilla, I kind of had in mind that it's a zone they added later, which is totally false. It was totally in the original game, but I remember it. I never made it there. I didn't play in Kalimdor enough to get to Azshara. Oop, gotta resummon my raft here. There we go. Some very pretty orange sky in Azshara, though. It's like a creamsicle. Go around Ravencrest Monument. What is Ravencrest Monument, anyway? We're going around it, but I don't see anything resembling a monument. Oh, wait, is this the monument coming up here? Oh, no. What is this? Little island with some little structure on it. It's got spotlights. Okay, I gotta check this out. What is going on here? Let's see if I can run up there somehow. What is this all about? It's just a lighted platform with nothing on it.
Should be where the monument is.
I don't think so, because the monument's... Looks like the monument's over here. We're just on some little island thing, but I see nothing here. But yet, it was important enough to build a platform and some lights, so very strange. The Ruined Reaches. That's where we're at. We're not too far away from Durotar here, if you look. Our journey is nearing its end. kind of wondering if I have to go follow the coastline all the way around here. I think we're going to go check it out, because I've never... If I've been there, I don't remember it, so... Check it out, it's like a body of some, like, half-decayed body of some giant creature. Check it out. Pretty gross. It even... Ooh, look. Warcraft has its share of gore. Yes, it does.
Some quest stuff over there I remember doing.
Oh, really? What is this? Bilgewater seal. Okay. Ew. Doesn't look like a happy seal. Looks like he's been living in Bilgewater his whole life. Okay, so I think we probably could go straight ahead, but I've never... If I've been over here, I don't remember it, so I'm going to turn inland here just a little bit and kind of follow this coast a little bit and see if there's anything to see. Some ruins over here, some trees up there, a little bridge over there. Yeah, there's nothing. Nope. And it looks like we can continue, so... And we're creeping up on Durotar here now. I do have some fond memories of the coast of Durotar, because I did play... I have a troll horde character that I've had for a long time. I've never really leveled it up. It's like level 20 right now. And I remember some interesting quests along the Durotar coastline, because the troll starting area was right by the orc starting area in Durotar. Oh, what's this? That's some little settlement here. Let's go check it out. I don't want to pull anything, but I want to at least see all the interesting things along the coast. Okay, what do we got? Oh, we got Naga here. And another little illuminated thing. What is that anyway? Almost looks like something a gnome would make. What is that? Okay. We gotta at least check this out. Netgun gnome. Got a turquoise turtle. Could capture. We're not gonna do that right now, but... Oh yeah, we have a little gnome settlement here. Check it out. Is there an elevator to the top? Okay, we gotta at least do this while we're right here. Okay. Giant-sized laxative. Okay. What is that? Purchase order receipt. Right-click to read. Attention, Mrs. Gadgetspring. The industrial strength laxative agent you requested is enclosed. My condolences on the fate of Mr. Blymo Gadgetspring after his encounter with the cliff giant. I'm curious why you're opting for a laxative in an effort to recover him, as opposed to some sort of vomit-inducing agent. It seems to me you're doing Mr. Gadgetspring a disservice. Good luck with your endeavor. Lomac Gear Strip. Well, alright, I did not anticipate getting a receipt for a laxative here, but that is what there is to do here. And I will come back and train that turtle another time. Unfortunately, that's soulbound. I have another character that I use as kind of a librarian that holds all my letters and books and things, but this one is soulbound. It's so random. It's so random. Alright, we're in Durotar, which is the last zone before we get back to Ratchet here, so we're in the home stretch. But we're in enemy territory here for sure in Durotar. So we're not going to get too close. but close enough to see some things, but I don't know how close we can get to these ships without being in danger. Oh, check it out. I've never been over here. So many cool things to see in the game. Check out these stained glass windows. Here, let's get a close up here. Look at these stained glass windows on these boats. It's got a skull. Friendly. And some sort of industrial thing going on here. That's an enormous machine. Can't really tell what it is. I don't think I've been over here. Blade Fist Bay, it's called. Oh, we got some horde fishing up here. Non-playing characters. We're definitely in PvP zone here. Okay, we'll just continue on. I want to check out these boats a little more, though. Anything down below? Nope. Actually, I think what we're going to do, we're going to go around the Echo Isles, even though it's kind of a little detour here. Technically, we haven't gone all the way around Kalimdor unless we've gone around these Echo Isles, so... Deadeye Shore. What do we got here? Gower Icehorn. It's neutrals. Oh, I guess we could, in theory, talk to this guy. I'm actually really curious. I hope he doesn't kill me. Do I frighten you, human? I bet yes. Didn't anticipate being able to talk to a non-playing character here in Durotar. Check it out, I got little dinosaurs over there, raptor thing. I like Durotar. I think the Durotar zone does a good job of establishing the orcs and the trolls. Establishes their vibe. It's a little more, at the risk of sounding like warlords of Draenor, they're kind of like warlords. Okay, we've got some sort of a ship here. I mean, I've seen some of this stuff, but not in a long time, so... Scuttle Coast, okay. Is there a lot of shipwrecks here or something? Why are they called Scuttle Coast? What do we got here? Foaming Sea Elemental. Bunch of debris. Let's try not to pull this guy. I might accidentally pull him though. Oh, we're okay. Oh, I see why it's called Scuttle Coast. Yeah, there are a lot of shipwrecks here. Check it out. Looks like
It's
these.
not a shipwreck. They scuttled the ship.
Well, doesn't scuttle mean
You sink it.
they
on
sink it,
purpose.
right? But
it's on
but these are on
purpose.
land. So did they wash ashore, or did this used to be underwater?
I didn't.
Yeah, scuttling is sinking a ship on purpose, not a shipwreck, I guess. But technically, yeah. Okay. So these are the Echo Isles. Coming up. What do we got there? Northwatch Marine. Oh, he's your alliance. Check it out. Northwatch Expeditionary Force. Okay, what's he doing? He's always checking to see if people are alive here. Okay. We'll get close to the good guys here. Wonder if there's any cool stuff to collect down on these shipwrecks. Okay, there are the Echo Isles that we are going to go around. We could be almost done. We could go right in here to Ratchet, but we're going to go around the Echo Isles and then back to Ratchet. And then we'll be done. Darkspear Strand. Check out this thing. Interesting statue there.
It's Nagas, their goddess or
That's the Naga goddess or god?
yeah.
There's like a voodoo mask there too.
It's kind of Hindu.
It's kind of what?
It like it reminds me of like Hindu, like the Hindu gods, the shape of it, and it has like lots of arms and
Shiva?
kind of a little bit.
Okay, around the Echo Isles. Interesting, like some of this has like a Asian architecture element to it. Like look at these roof lines. Okay. Gotta be a little careful here. Sure, this fire at the top of the thing. What are they? Okay, are they burning bodies or skulls? What is that? They're burning something. Darkspear Isle. Oh, not get too close here. We got PvP characters we don't want to pull. Some dramatic drums. I know I keep pulling up the map, but I want to make sure I'm kind of headed the right direction here. So we got to go all the way around these isles, then back to Durotar. So we really, there's no shortcut here. We literally have to go around this group of isles. Zarjira yells, "Your father was a weakling, Vorgin. I shall enjoy sucking the life from you as I did him." Pleasant. So we probably could go between these isles if we really wanted to, but I think... You know, I vaguely remember being over at these Echo Isles, but I also kind of don't remember it, so... Gotta jump on my Horde character at some point and see what we see. So what is that up ahead? Is that another island? What is that? Doesn't look like it. Can't really tell. So it looks like another island, doesn't it? Where are we? Is it on the... Oh yeah, there is. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna take another little detour here. Just for kicks. I'm a little worried about the fatigue, but I think I can make it over there. We'll go around this island, then we'll circle back and head to Ratchet, and we'll be done. Oh, I am not seeing any safe waters here. Oh, there we are. Oh, this is part of Dustwallow Marsh. Okay. Alcaz Island. Yep, we'll just go around this and circle back. The vibe kind of reminds me of Booty Bay. Just jungly and all those animal sounds. Okay, we're not going to go all the way to Theramore though, because we were just there. We're going to circle back. Check out this little lighthouse here. Cute. Okay, yeah, let's go back up to those other isles. And then we'll head back to Durotar, down to Ratchet, even though we're already south of Ratchet. I didn't want to miss checking out this island. Oh, check it out. There's like this security bot. An elite. Okay, while I'm here, I gotta take out the elite security bot. I don't know when I'm ever gonna get back here again. Got some machine fluid. Coat your nearby pets and battle pets in oil for 1 hour. Keeps things nice and greasy. A handful of gizmos, crafting reagent, and some spectral dust. Okay, can't live without that. Okay, back to the other islands. Hope I'm headed the right direction here. I think so. I'm not sure this is the smartest angle of attack. So far, no fatigue though, so I think we're okay. Oh, there we go. Faster, faster, must go faster. Okay, so I think from here, I'm going to continue going around these isles, head up to this point in Durotar, and then I don't want to miss any of the coastline of Durotar either, so. If you're the kind of person to watch 2.5 hours of me rafting around Kalimdor, you're not the kind of person that's going to get annoyed by a detour. Figure. I do want to level up my troll though, but I'm having such fun leveling up my goblin. It kind of cracks me up. I had these characters I've had for, 16, 17 years that I've never even bothered to fully level up. I'm just going to aim for this little point along the Durotar coast here. Then we'll sail down to Ratchet, and we will have circumnavigated Kalimdor and Teldrassil, no less. Okay, so here's where we're going to kind of turn back and go back down along the coast for completion's sake. We've got a Pandaren over there. Wave high. Hello. Sunset is the name of the character. Okay. Hi, Sunset. You're in a stream and you don't know it. What we got here? Okay, there's a PvP area. Yeah, so we just kind of circle around Durotar here, and then we're back at Ratchet. There's a troll character down there into the water. Hello. Character's name is Nan, like the bread. N-A-A-N. Nan. Sounds good, actually. A little alliance camp here. Did I forget there was an alliance area here in Durotar? Yeah, check it out. It's a little alliance encampment. What do we got up there? Let's head up there and check it out while we're right here. Maplewood treasure chest. Oh, let's get that while we're here. Okay. Around the southern tip of Durotar, which always kind of looks like the southern tip of Florida to me. And I guess, you know, if you look at it, you could sail all the way up here between Durotar and the Northern Barrens, and between Durotar and Ashenvale. And should we do it? I don't think... Why not? Let's do it. I don't know when I would ever get back over here to do that again. Well, I don't really know what to expect. Could be heading into a horde trap. But I must admit, I've never really sailed those waters, so... Technically, Durotar is a big peninsula. It's not really part of the... It's not an island, but it's not part of the coast, or part of the continent either so much. It's a very big peninsula. Oh, maybe we can't. Nope. There's a waterfall. We're not going to sail that. Yep. Well, that answers that. There's no way to get in there. We could run up there, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do things we could raft here, so... That will have to be another video. We're almost back to Ratchet. I'm going to end the stream right where we started, in front of the dock at Ratchet. Right here. There's a couple players waiting for the boat. You're in a stream and you don't know it? Hello? Alright, we did it. We've circumnavigated Kalimdor. We did not run into the issue we ran into last time with invisible walls. We did sail around Teldrassil while we were at it, and that felt pretty amazing in and of itself. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe, and check out part 1 of the stream where I raft around Eastern Kingdoms. I'm going to log out right now before I get hit by this boat. Thanks for watching.